see who's watching. There we go, don't want to have to hear myself. Hey Jamie. Hope everybody likes this map. It's going to be on Diplex's channel, I think, on oh, what day is it? It's Thursday today, isn't it? So Tuesday, I think. It'll be on Diplex's channel Tuesday. Maybe Wednesday. Thank you, man. I've got to get it finished. How's the mic quality? Can you hear me alright? Hey, Unknown Lord, how you doing, man? I'm not streaming anything special today, just doing a bit of showcase on this little map that I'm making. Also just going to add some bits to it, try and get it finished, because Diplex is away at E3 at the minute, so I want to try and get him some maps when he gets back. Hey Mythic. I think the key to perfection is the imperfections. I think you would have saw this map a few days ago on Diplex's channel. You would have saw this side of it though. Do you know the little convoy? But for some reason on Diplex's channel he didn't render the grass, so it didn't look as good, which was a bit disappointing. But never mind, hopefully his next video he'll render the grass. I've done quite a lot on this map. Got a little colonial militia outpost right up here. You've got a giant war defence on your channel. Alright, I'll have to check it out in a bit. Is it like Trump's wall, or is it like fort or anything like that? Oh, I want to see if you guys recognise this area. If any of you have ever watched Patriot, it's like, I don't know if you remember where like they set up an ambush on the British convoy and they stand in the middle of the road, but then all the redcoats start getting out of the carriages, and then spying on them from up there was Colonel Tavington and his dragoons. They're spying on the road down here, so then they break off into two sections, don't they? Some run up there, and then redcoats just pop out of the grass and surround them, and the others run down here along this little riverbank, and they escape into the marshes. Yeah, no, a natural war with men on it. Oh, okay. Not Trump's war. Trump's war gets quite a lot of views lately. I mean, Daily was getting quite a few views on his one. And then Diplex has made one. I can't believe the war it started though. I mean, it caused like a massive war in the comment section, and that's all my fault. I did specify though that they weren't suicide bombers as such, the ones that crashed into the gates, because everyone was like really offended by that. But it's not just like, it's not just in Afghanistan and stuff you have suicide bombers, they have them in all extremisms. The German trumps. It's rockets, tanks, King Tigers. Oh, and snipers. Nice. Is there anything like this wall here? I think you'd have to chop down half of the bloody Amazon to bloody make one of these forts. So many logs. I've tried to like make it work with the map, so I've chopped a lot of trees down. And I think in this corner over here, I think I'm gonna have like a little logging base where they've been logging some trees. Might look a bit cool. In fact, we're gonna have a few more of them over here. You see, what I do when I do my mapping, I like to place everything in one area, so just detail one area of the map, and then you can always just copy and paste bits and bobs, so it saves you having to go through all the search bar. A few more of them there. There's a bit of room there, we can have a few there. I need to finish the perimeter. I'm totally offended by that. I'm going to dislike the video. I don't think I got one dislike on my old video. Not even one. And that doesn't mean none of you can go and dislike it now because I've said that. If you do, I will find out. I'm doing quite well on the likes at the minute. I need to start uploading more. I've got no time though. Piss ass. Oh man. What was your suggestions? You have to refresh me. I get suggestions all the time. I get hundreds, maybe even thousands, especially on DiplexHeated channel. I know, I don't think you can find out who disliked your video. I was joking. What shall I have over here? Shall I just make it look like the rest? They've got like a kind of, it's like a field barracks where soldiers can just lay down and stuff and sleep whilst they're on duty. They also act as a kind of medical bay, so if someone gets shot they can get like healed and stuff. Then I've got these tents here, they act as like a sort of stables, so the horses can keep out of the rain. So you've got like a dining table over here where they can all eat together and stuff. I think I'll just make it the same all the way around. The Korean beach landing and a wall. And a better refurbished Trump's wall. I don't know about Trump's wall anymore, man. After the uproar last time, I think we're just going to call it on that for a little bit. We might do another one soon, because everyone seemed to watch it and stuff. Got a lot of views. But I like the idea of a Korean war. That'd be pretty cool. Hey, when you say Korean War, do you mean like just after World War II back in the 50s, or do you mean like modern day? Yeah, I did, I remember now, yeah. I remember. Believe it or not, I read absolutely every one of DiplexHeated's comments. I read them like they're my own. because I'm partnered with Diplex, so his channel is practically, well, my channel as well, but he just gets all the money for it. In a good way. I like to know what you guys want. Modern day. Yeah, that sounds good, man. Yeah, I'll have to try and find a model for Kim Jong-un as well. The only problem is, do you remember that movie? What was that movie called? The Interview. Did you know North Korea actually threatened war over that movie because it was offending the Koreans? Do you think I'd get the same sort of thing if Diplex does a video on it? Because I think I could pretty much nail Korea. I tell you what I could make. I could try and make the what's that? The neutral zone, like the border. I can try and make that. Hey, Archangel. DiplexHeated is awesome. Is the king of men of war, as I like to put it. This will be one of his next videos. I'm making it right now. As you remember last time, we focused on the convoy, and this fort here, I've called it Fort Charles, and it's going to be home to just a little bit of Cornwallis's army. So I think around, believe it or not, there's only 2 beds per tent. So what's that? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 17, 18, I'm going to say 100 men. There's about spot on 100 men in the tents, and then you've got to think about all the out tents as well. So this here is probably home to about 300 men, something like that. So about 300 redcoats will be defending this against the Continental Army and some colonial militia. Hey, does Men of War Assault Squad 2 have the same glitch to where if you edit the size, they get mangled and turn blue? You have to edit size and hit start then finish. No, never had anything like that before, man. Try partnering with Pixelated Apollo. He does Total War, man. I kind of have a partnership with Diplex at the minute. I don't think Pixel wants to do Men of War just yet. I know we did the Born in the Fire America mod, so maybe you'll want to play this map after I finished it. But everything I make on here is 100% exclusive for DiplexHeated. So it's up to him when we release it. So I don't think he'll be too happy with me sending it over to Pixelated Apollo. Even if they are friends. He'll have to do that. Have a few more, maybe barrels, you think? I'll have a cart. We'll put it around, put one there. And then we'll have another one, but we'll have one with a cover on. Maybe I think that you can add a cover to it down here. There we go. We'll have one with the cover as well. I feel like they're onto a lot of modern day wars for Men of War Assault Squad 2. Also, did you like my idea for the mini Far Cry 5 series for Diplex? Far Cry 5? Is that the one based in America? I've not really spoken to him about it yet, but I can maybe suggest something to him. I didn't get a notification that you were streaming. But oh, you've got to click on the little, there's a little grey bell, and that will notify you every time. I need to start adding that to all my videos. If you edit the units like the US Riflemen and make them very small, you do get... Oh, I know what you're on about. Yeah, do not edit the size. Edit in the size. If you press start, they will play in that size just the one time. But like you said, if you press finish, it'll load up again and they will all turn blue. Because it's something to do with the bone mesh. Every one of these human skins, they're attached to a bone mesh, and if you edit the bone mesh in any way, it won't pick it up when you reload it. It can even make the game glitch. Hedge do. Hey man. Oh, you did click the bell thing. Oh, that's strange. That is very strange. That's some cracked floor. I add this because it makes it look a lot like, say, like it's been walked on or something, very dried out. Yeah, like I said, I like the North Korea idea. It's not really been done yet, and well, I think it has. It's been done on a Daily Gaming channel, and I don't want to steal all of his ideas. I mean, it was pretty bad that I did the Trump's wall. I should have thought. I didn't really think, you see, because I know he's been doing a lot of Trump's wall videos. So I don't want to undercut any of the YouTubers anymore. Felt a bit bad for that. But it wasn't intentional, I'll tell you that. I just had an idea of making Trump's wall and Diplex liked it. Where else can I have some more of these stumps? We'll add some there later. Any more ideas for this map anyway? I've got like loads of room left. I've got a corner over there and I've got a corner here. I'm thinking maybe a plantation with loads of cornfields around it. That'll look pretty nice. And then I've got the road at the side. Mind you, I need to stop being careful, it's getting quite laggy. So look at the comments. I started doing an arena battles. I need ideas. They have to be not modded units. And the first assault squad. Arena battles, what for what mod? Also for not modded units. I don't really know, you know. I tell you, Joe Buzztron for the Rising Empire mod. I think he made an arena with his, like, it was like the first campaign mission he made, and he did it really cool. He scripted some really neat things. A plantation will look nice. Yeah, I think a plantation will look really nice too. I'm trying to do like an all-in-one Patriot map, so if anybody likes the film Patriot, they can just come on this map, and if they want to reenact a scene, there's different areas of the map which just completely match with that scene. So like I say, first of all we have the scene where Mel Gibson and his two sons, they rescue their older brother, don't they, on the little convoy, by hiding behind the trees. That's what this area is. Further down the road, we have that area where it was the last ambush of the colonial militia, where they get ambushed by the British. And like I say, half of them ran up here, and all the redcoats popped up out of the grass and surrounded them. And Colonel Tavington and the dragoons started charging down from this area. And if you look over here, there's a perfect like viewpoint for Colonel Tavington, if I can find it. Where am I going? I'm getting lost on my own map. It's kind of up there, like this. So he would have been like watching them from up there. So then the other half of the colonial militia, they ran down here, don't they, into the marshes. And if I remember correctly, Colonel Tavington he picks just one of the colonial militia off just as he's running down there. Let's have a look. Your matey gaming. Why aren't there any shotguns in Star Wars? There is, man. There is shotguns. Dude, host Trump's wall sucks. You did it better. Oh, his Trump's wall sucks. You did it better. I think you should upgrade the wall itself and maybe make a map of the cartel house and drug farm. Ah, maybe I already am making a map of the cartel's house. I'm doing it on Call to Arms though, because they've got a lot more better stuff. And you could do like a little SAS raid. Oh no, not SAS, US Navy SEAL. Try a bit like the Bin Laden compound. Could do it kind of like that. And if I remember correctly, Galaxy at War they are porting the full mod over to Call to Arms very soon. I think they're waiting for 1.0 to come out first, then they're putting the whole mod over. So that, what do you know what that means for me? That means you can expect full Galaxy at War ships, and I'm going to do all of the interiors, and I'll be able to put a roof on them as well. So that means they'll look really nice from the outside as well as the in. So you can expect that in the future. I'm going to be pumping out a ton of maps. I'm going to completely remake Seed as well. I think I've kind of looked at the new Battlefront 2. I've looked at their Seed and went, right, I need to upgrade my Seed. So I'll be doing that very soon. What do you think of the fortress anyway? Does it look very... I think it looks kind of like how it would have. You know, you've got a kind of rounded front. I've seen a few pictures that are like that, so they can like funnel them in as they come into the gates and take shots at them. There's a perimeter. There's the only thing I couldn't find, there's no like stairs to get up, so I've had to raise the land so they can get onto the walls itself, which is kind of annoying, but it still looks quite nice. That's about all there is to show on this map. It's going to get a lot bigger, this map. There's going to be a lot more on it very soon. Hopefully tonight. I want to get this done tonight. Am I going to add any cannons to it? Thanks, Unknown Lord. Thanks, Archangel. I am going to be adding cannons to it, yeah. There's going to be a cannon right out here, maybe two. I'm going to try and put a cannon on the wall, but they can be quite glitchy. And mainly around the perimeter fences is where the cannons are going to be, just poking their heads over these bits. Other than that, there's going to be a lot of redcoats on the walls. I'm not too sure if Diplex wants me to make him the mission yet or not. I think I might have to, so I'll have to script the mission as well. I'm not going to do that whilst I'm live streaming though. It's going to be a nice surprise. Have a few more of these because they look really cool. Tell you what, let's take a few of these. We'll take some of these tents out. Oh, by the way, that's the commander's tent. If we look at this little area here, you've got the seating area. You've got the commander's horse, and you've got a little seating area where he sits with his high command and dishes out all of his orders. And obviously, an aristocrat, a British aristocrat, generally have all of this luggage. And if you look at his furniture inside as well, it's got a bit of a nicer table than the others anyway. All the others have these little sort of thingy tables. Oh, sorry, a car just drove past. Or a motorbike or whatever it was. Where's these tables gone? Oh yeah, these have got like these tiny little chair tables. Do I plan on doing any Halo themed stuff? I've already done a Halo map. Ask Mythic. Mythic, what's my Halo map like? If you're still watching. I've literally just finished a Halo map. I can't showcase it yet because that's literally going to be one of Diplex's next videos. So I don't want to really showcase that one yet. I'm alright showcasing this one because I'm in the process of making it. It's not done yet, so it'll look different by time. Not much different, mine, but it'll look a bit different by the time Diplex releases it. Some more long grass over here. But as of Halo stuff, I spent about 2 days making a really nice Halo map, and I think I've pretty much nailed it. In fact, you can go, if you go onto my Facebook page, I've got a Facebook page now, if everyone wants to follow me on there as well. The link's in my About tab, so make sure everyone goes over there and follows me on there. I upload like loads of pictures to it and stuff. But if you go on that page, you'll see the new Halo mod, and you'll see some of the pictures. Yeah, the mod doesn't have a lot of vehicles yet. I think it has one vehicle in the whole mod, but it has all of the units. Every unit you can really think of. Can't stop looking at this. I just love how the fog comes through the trees. Looks really nice. Right, so now I just need to detail this area now. We'll get some, I love these things, they look really cool. I'm not a big fan of how that looks, but it's just going to have to do. There's not really much more I can do about that. We're going to cut this area off. Gives them some good cover just in case the Continental Army gets through the first line. They've got a second line to fall back to, and even after that they've got the wall. Which comes to make me think maybe I should make another entrance on this side. Aha, I might just do that actually. Make a third entrance. In fact, no, I'm not. Not yet, anyway. So at the minute I've got two entrances, and I don't think anyone's really going to attack from this angle because there's barely any room to attack from, is there? So I figured there's definitely going to be an attack from this angle because that's like where the rest of the map is. And definitely going to be an attack from this angle because that's where the main gate is. Can you edit let me see. I can't wait to get a PC so I can make maps too. Can you edit already made maps? Yeah, you can. You can literally do anything on this editor. That's what I love about it. Absolutely anything. I reckon the key to a good map, right, is all in the sky. It's all in this F6. You have a good sky and it'll make your map look really nice. That's the Fallujah map I made. It works in Star Wars. But I use this one at the minute. I made it myself. It's called Highlands Fog. And it has like a really nice sort of natural look to it. But watch, if I had like a really rubbish one, a really crappy one. Alright, let's do... Oh, that one's pretty cool. Oh, that's really nice. Get some screenshots on that one later. Looks very old-fashioned. Again, that's quite a nice one. Take them for example. I don't think the map looks as good in that. There's not enough fog. Right, where's my original map gone? But yeah, I think, like I say, the key to a good map is the lighting. Can you blow up anything? What, in this? I'm not going to try, but I'm pretty sure some of these things you can blow up. You know, Operation Unthinkable would be a good inspiration for a lot of maps. What's that? Matthew Barber, is this the fort you're making for Diplex? Yes, mate. This is the fort I'm making for Diplex. If you watched his previous one, he said there's going to be a battle with a fort. Next, this is going to be the one. So, spoiler alert. Mind you, you're not going to see the battle yet. So, everyone think yourself lucky. You're like the first people out of like maybe 100, 200,000 people to see this. To edit my Trump's wall map. Maybe so. I'll tell you what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a word with him and see if I can upload a map pack next week. I'm going to try and get all the maps that he's already done and try and upload them into Steam Workshop. I'll see what he says about it. Dry this bit of ground off here. else do I need to add down there? Some more barrels. Key to this game is a lot of cover. That's what I've learned. The more cover the better, because that's how this game works. I'm completely reliant on cover. For FPS fans, I found a glitch. I call it the bunny hop. What's the bunny hop? Well, that'd be really cool, you know, if you could jump on the Halo mod. If they could add to the first person, if you could do the big jumps. I'll tell you something. I tested that new Halo map out, which Diplex will be playing next week, and it's literally just like playing Halo. I can compare it to Halo. It's practically the same thing. It looks the same, it feels the same, but you can just edit it all and it looks really cool. What am I missing here? I know. I need some forest. Lovely. Modern US Civil War. That's another good idea, really. There's a million things we can make. It's just having the time. We just take one suggestion at a time, you see. I think one of the next battles I'm going to be making is the Battle of Jedotville. But like I said, I've watched it a couple of times now, the movie, and no Irish soldiers die. And I know that's a good thing. That is a good thing that nobody died. But you've got to think about the game, and I suppose I could do one like just random, so I could see if it changes or anything. So say like, what if the Irish soldiers did die? Because there's no way that on like God's dream planet that the Irish soldiers aren't going to take at least one casualty. But I've got the perfect skins for it though, for the Africans and stuff. Saving Private Ryan. I've made one of them in the past. I think it's been done before, but I suppose I could do another one. I think my brother, he's the head developer of the Lord of the Rings mod. He started making a Saving Private Ryan map like about 4 or 5 weeks ago. I don't know if he's finished it yet, but I know he's making all the models like from scratch. I think he's made the bridge already, and it looks really good. It's like the exact bridge out of the movie. Oh, I tell you, I've always wanted to do a Zulu map. Always. The Battle of Rorke's Drift is like my dream map to make, but we haven't got any melee. I know we don't really need it, and if they get up close they do, but also bow and arrows and like spear throwing, that'll be vital for that sort of thing. Damn, I can't stop looking at this. It just looks so pretty. But yeah, a Zulu map would be really cool. I think I could make one of them in a few hours. It'd pretty much be just like this fort here, but without the big walls and just like little barricades going around. Maybe a few wooden buildings inside. I'll fence this area off. It's gonna be for the horses. Assaulting the Berlin Wall would be a good map. I think I've got a Berlin Wall with the World War III mod for Call to Arms, so that's possible. That is very possible. I'll tell you something, as long as Men of War is like popular, you're going to be seeing every one of these ideas at some point. At some point or another. We've got like infinity ideas, that's why Men of War is so cool. And I can practically make anything in this game. Any era, anything. Perhaps you could make like a Lord of the Rings mod. You can make a crazy British soldier with a bow and a long sword. We've already done it, man. That's already been done. All that would be is do you mean like a British soldier in from this sort of era? Oh, you did get a notification. That's good. It means my my YouTube's not broken. Because if you didn't get it, that means like hundreds of other people only got it. But yeah, like I say, everybody go and follow me on Facebook. The link is in the not in the description, but it's in my About tab. It's like a little clicky thing at the bottom. I need more followers on that. There's also Instagram as well, if anyone wants to follow me on Instagram. Anything you want to port over, that's just email me, man. Just send it through an email and I can make it. I'm happy to receive anything. I've got a request at the minute for Omaha Beach. I've got to meet that at the minute. Someone's paying me for that one. Twitter, yeah, I've got a Twitter account as well, man. That's also in my About tab. I haven't got many followers yet. They're all brand new, pretty much. Well, my Twitter isn't. I've had my Twitter for about 2 months. I think I've got about 7 followers, something like that. I never use it, mind. I don't know what am I doing? There we go. Some more of this. Omaha is hard. Yeah, it is quite hard actually. It's hard to get the. I wouldn't say it's hard to make as such, but it's hard to find the right props. There's a lot of props in there, but do you know the trenches after you come out of. Once you go through, get through the barriers on the beach, past the shingle is what they called it, which was like the sand mound, wasn't it? And up past the bunkers, you've got like a trench system, a complex trench system. That's the hardest bit for me to do, because I don't like to use the in-game trenches, you know, the cut entity ones. I don't like to use them. I like to make all the trenches myself, but I haven't really got the wood for it. It's like a fence. I've tried using like a little fence for it to go around the edges. I lower the ground and then just like border like the edges of the ground out with fence. That works quite well, but it doesn't quite look the same. So I'm trying to find different ways to do all that at the minute. But that map's no rush anyway. But it's looking okay. It's looking alright. And I don't know if you guys have seen the video. I've got an Omaha Beach video from like a little Omaha Beach that I made, what, a year ago, 2 years ago, something like that. If you go in my videos, you can all watch that one. That's a pretty cool one. Yeah, people pay me to make maps, man. I make quite a bit of money on it actually. I do it through my website. I have like a little website called Mighty Mods, and we don't only just. I've got me and my team. We don't only make maps. We make models. We change the properties in the game. We make little mods. We change textures. We add textures. We build things in the maps themselves. Like you can do a lot with Empire Wall in Star Wars Galaxy at War. You can make spaceships and stuff like that out of that. So I get orders for everything. I think I've got one in here at the minute. Somebody wanted a Lego brick, and I put them into Men of War. I'll give you a little showcase of them now. But you see these Lego bricks? You got a 12 pin. They all work as well. They've all got land patches on. You can make them bigger. And yeah, we put these into the game. Someone paid me quite a bit of money for that actually. It took a lot of time though. It took a hell of a lot of time. We had to do all these. They're not downloaded either. These are handmade. These Lego bricks. But we've made them. We've made like a floor. So you can practically build anything with these bricks. And people can use them for stairs and all sorts. A really good make. And everyone has their own little preferences, don't they, in the game? I think This game would be really good with like a sort of Lego brick. Could you imagine being able to build houses and stuff with just these tiny little Lego bricks and little Lego blocks? You can make like full interiors with detail. So that's why I like it. Battle of Brody, what's that? How much do I make per map? It varies really. If we say like a map like this, maybe? A map as detailed as this, and it's a 500 by 500. Take me 2-3 days to do altogether. I'd probably charge about 50-60 quid. About £60. I make that anyway through YouTube anyway, so if I was to charge separately, yeah, well for the Omaha Beach that I'm making, I've charged £40, which is a fair price, but that one's going to take me probably a week to do at this rate, because I'm not doing it like I do these sort of maps. Diplex's maps, I do them daily, so like something like this I'd probably knock out in a day, 1 to 2 days, but maps that I get orders on from Mighty Mods, my website, they probably take me like a week, maybe 2 weeks each, because I just do them. I do little bits to them every now and then. I don't prioritise them. Which is $50 or something like that. Yeah, I get about $50 per map on average. Sometimes more. If it's models, I get a lot more for doing models. A lot more. But a lot of people, they like to order maps, but they order them in bulk, so they'll order 2-3 maps at a time. It was one of the most intense armoured engagements in the opening phase of Operation Barbarossa, and recent scholarship considers the largest tank battle in World War II. You see, something like that Diplex would be very interested in. He really loves his history. So, if you suggest it to him through Snapchat, he might tell me to make it, because he really likes that sort of thing. I think this fort's looking quite nice. Tiny bit more detail on the side. Or some logs. The company doesn't need map makers. Not just yet. I've got just enough work and just enough money for myself at the minute. But maybe in the future. Maybe in the future. It's like the other day I had a random message pop up on my Twitter, and I was like, oh, who could this be? And I was like, Baron Von Games? I was like, where have I heard that before? I was like, no friggin' way. I was like, Baron Von Games is asking me to be his mapper. And I was like, this is insane. And I looked at his channel, he's got like 412,000 subscribers on one of his accounts, and then on the other account he's got like 250,000. So I couldn't work for him though, I haven't got the time. So if any of you mappers out there, you want to like pump some good maps out, maybe, and just send them over to Baron if he needs them. But yeah, it was a big shock when he messaged me. I was a bit starstruck really. Need a bit of green in here, don't we? Bit of green. Where's this grass? Not that grass. We need some grass new, that's the one. Really like this grass. Makes it look like weeds and stuff like that. Yeah. Like I say, I forward your name to him. But like I said, I think he's at E3 at the minute, so I did tell him I'll try and find him some mappers though. Comment might work, man, but you got to think how many comments that he gets, and he gets thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of comments. I know that he reads through them all though, so yeah, maybe a comment will do it. I'd pretty much say this fort is done. What do you guys say? Should I add the cannons and stuff ready, you think, or do you reckon I should leave that to like the mission mode, F3 mode? Just fill this bit in here. Yeah, it would be pretty much similar to what I'm doing if you was working for Baron Man. I don't like saying working for someone, it's like working with, because they get just as much out of it as what you do, really, if not more. And I'm going to kill this bit around here actually, that's pretty cool. You see, the thing is, I've never made a map, but I would love to learn. Would love to learn how to model and texture. I have so many ideas. Yep, that's the sort of attitude you want to go into it with, man. Just learn it. And if you, all I did, right, yeah, I'll tell you how I started. I was on ModDB, if you know the website, and I've been playing. I must be playing Men of War now for like 8 years, something like that. And I've literally, I love the editor. I love it. Like, I don't think I've ever played the real game, apart from when it was like in demo state. But the editor, I just fell in love with it, and I just started messaging. I think the first person I ever messaged was a guy called Trooper Buzdy, who's now called Buzztron, and he was like my hero, because he was making the Rising Empire mod for Men of War, and I really love Star Wars. So I applied to him, and he said no at the time. Understandable, I didn't have any experience really, nobody really knew me, and I kind of like, it kind of drove me to start doing it more, so I could get noticed. And then that's when Galaxy of War was like started to come out. So I messaged Juju like 4 years ago, 5 years ago, something like that, maybe, yeah, something like that, about maybe 3 years ago, 3 or 4 years ago, I don't know. But I messaged Juju when Galaxy of War was literally in demo stages. Before that, actually, they had like 3 models, no maps, and I was the first guy to ever get Galaxy at War, the first guy. And then I started making some maps for it, and Juju liked them. Next thing you know, he started requesting maps like more and more, and I started to get more experienced, and he started to send me more entities and stuff as the progress of the mod started getting up, like the updates and stuff. And it got to the point where my maps were getting that good, because I was just like getting better and better all the time, that YouTubers were starting to notice me. And that's when I met Diplex, and yeah, it all took off from there. Then I started working for Gates of Hell, and who I'm no longer working with now, actually. I just thought I'd let you all know. I just haven't got the time for it, so we've kind of like parted ways. Let's have a look at the comments. What is BITFA mod? Born in the Fire America. That's what it stands for. It's American Revolution and American Civil War. That's what the mod's based in. Man, if I ever get a code book with a decent laptop, I will make a game like this with some different things, no voice acting. I tell you what, I want Men of War, right? Yeah, I want Men of War as it is, but with melee. If they could like completely get rid of the guns like altogether, and just add archers and swords, that's all I want. That I'd make Lord of the Rings mods, I'd make medieval castles. Imagine this sort of graphics with like melee, with like a medieval feel to it. It'd be amazing. So that's my dream. That's a nice story. Thank you, man. It's a long story. I could go on and on and on, but it's quite a successful story, though. I must admit. It's just, in a way, it's like it's me saying I started from the bottom. I didn't know nobody. I didn't do anything really. I had a passion for it, and the passion I had for it turned into a job, and now I make. I'm not rich, but I probably, like I said, I make my rent. I make my rent and some of my bills just by doing what I'm doing here, mapping and working, like selling models and stuff like that. But I'm not going to say that anybody can do this, because I must admit I did get lucky. I'm very lucky that a YouTuber as big as Diplex found me, and I'm lucky that Men of War's so popular at the moment. You know, if it wasn't for these little things, I'd literally be nobody. It's Cryx. Cheers, man. Dude, I love your maps. How come we can't download some of the maps you make for Diplex? I would love to make battles on them. It's just a matter of time, man. You just gotta be patient, and we will upload them eventually. It's just a matter of when he's ready to upload them. It's not up to me. I just make them. But as soon as he gives me the all clear to upload them, they're all going up in my name, I think. So just keep an eye out for. I've got some ideas for what I'm going to call it. I'm thinking of like Mighty Mappers, Mighty Map Pack or something like that. So just keep an eye on Workshop, because I should think maybe 1 month, maybe 2 months. Because I don't see him keeping all the old maps. There's no reason, is there? Just to keep the old maps, because they've already been done. Is this a workshop map? Nope, this is a map that I've created from scratch. This is going to be one of Diplex's next videos. I don't know what else to add. I think maybe we'll have this area as a sort of storage area. So we're just going to take all the crates. So we need that shape, some barrels. That should do it. If we just pile them all around, make it look cool. Oh, I'm an idiot. Why did I just select them? So I'll have that. Barrels there. I'll have some barrels there. Some barrels there. Then one's there. Also, what are your tips for a map maker? I've been practicing a lot because I'm really inspired from your work. Tips for map mate. All I can say is you get out of it as much as what you put into it. If you put a lot of love into a map, and don't be afraid to spend hours on a map. Don't ever rush one as such. I mean, I do rush them sometimes because I've got to get Diplex's video out the day after or something like that. But I don't ever rush the detailed areas. Any area of interest, never rush. Just take your time with them. And also, I'd advise, learn this. You see all this stuff in here? Go through it. Get a blank map and literally do this on a blank area of the map, and look through all the human skins, place them all down if you have to, look through literally everything on the map, and you need to memorize it all, as dodgy as that sounds, but everything in there is practically memorized. So if I ever need anything, I can just type in a letter like that and it'll take me to it. So for instance, if I ever need a texture, or not a stamp, yeah, I know what to do. I know to type. If I need a ground texture, I type in J, and that brings up all the ground textures. As you can see here, look, all the ground textures, and from there I can just go into any other texture that I need. Stamp, should I say? If I ever want, like, I don't know, grass, I know to go into flora. You just got to learn it all. If you learn absolutely everything. Where are you from? The US? Nope, I'm from the UK. I live in England. I start making maps and mods. I would love to work with a master like yourself. I wouldn't say I'm a master modder. I'm very amateur modder, but I could do the basics. All I can do to mod this game is I can do textures, I can retexture things, I can make human skins, So the models that are in the game, I can fix them to the bone mesh, to the animations. I can do that, and I can also make buildings and port them into the game. That's the only things I can do. But when it comes to making stuff like vehicles or animals, I can't do them yet. But the next thing I want to learn is how to make animals. And as soon as I learn to make animals, I'll be making stuff like the Tyrannosaurus Rex, dragons, Mummakill, I'll be making them. And you're going to see like loads of different animals. Like one of my dream maps to make actually is Jurassic Park. I want to make just like a whole forest map like this, but make it completely natural with no roads, no nothing, and just place dinosaurs everywhere. So then you and like on Call to Arms, so you're in first person and you just hunt dinosaurs. That'd be really cool. Hey Jackson Petit. So one thing with the UK and England, in football they are called England, but in like OS, as another sport, is that what you're trying to say? They are called UK. What's up with that? I don't know really. I think it's only us British that tend to call ourselves English, really. Anybody else will say we're from the UK because we're the United Kingdom is classed as like England, Wales, and Northern Ireland and Scotland. So countries that are outside of the UK tend to refer to us as the UK, whereas because we live here, we're kind of separate from Wales, Scotland, Ireland, and all places like that. So we're to our own, if that makes sense. So yeah, I think that thought's pretty much done, guys. What do you think? I'm liking it. I'm not too sure if I have to script the mission yet, but so whilst we're here, we'll start doing a town over here. In fact, we'll do a plantation because it'll be quick and easy. Just gonna finish doing this grass. Plant that over there. I tell you, one of the hardest things that it was to pick up about this editor was blending. I don't know if any of you guys struggle with it, but blending the textures. I could do it perfect now. I know how to do it, but if it had have been like a year ago, maybe 2 years ago, I could not blend for shit. Will I still be streaming in 5 minutes? Yeah, I'll probably be streaming for about another 25 minutes, something like that. Just gonna get this done. And this, I think I'll save this stream for a video on YouTube as well. So I am going to monetize this one, I think. I'll try and do another one of those streams again soon where I don't monetize it and just we'll all have like just a mess around. Like last time I did the Star Wars thing where I just started blasting Star Wars music, and I think we loaded up my Helm's Deep map and we used the tanks. We used M1 Abrams. M1A2 Abrams is the Rohirrim, and we put the Rohan song on from Lord of the Rings, and that was really fun. So we'll do that again next time. Right, so how would we start a plantation? We'd start with some grass here, wouldn't we? Let's grass it all off. Oh, I can feel my computer getting pretty hot. That just shows how processor hungry this map is. That's another thing I think. I don't think a lot of people are going to be able to load this map and play it because it's very detailed, very very detailed. So it's gonna, people are going to have like quite high-end systems for this map. And thank you, it's Cryrex. Ah, Starship Troopers mod. That is one of the first things I'm going to do if I learn animals. I really want the arachnids. I'm going to use the Halo skins as the troops and reskin them because they look a lot like the Colonial Marines out of Starship Troopers. And I'm going to add them to I'm going to build the little bugs. You can kind of do it already if you download the Half-Life 2 mod. You've got kind of little bugs in there, but they don't die properly. I think if you kill them, they just splat and there's no like afterbody sort of thing, so it's a waste of time because like the battlefields have to just look plain. What was I doing? Yeah, grass. That's what I was doing. In fact, let's do the corn first. See, look, that's how quick and easy it is to do corn on this now. Aha, that's what we're missing. We need to do a field. So we need to add that. Go to fields, cornfield. That looks a bit better. So there we go, look, we could kind of make like a Mel Gibson's Plantation. So it's like an all-in-one Patriot map. So look at the comments. People can't even load my Reichstag map up. I've never made one of them. There's a really nice looking building for it though. The Reichstag building, they've done really well with the detail on that. Mighty Mapper, you should do a match at some time. You should do a match at some time and stream it. Like all your viewers can get in a match with you. Oh, I get you. I can multiplayer match. That'd be pretty cool. Yeah, I could do it on some of my maps. I know how to set multiplayer games up. Well, I used to. I'll have to do a bit of refreshing because I don't think I can remember how to do it now. But yeah, some multiplayer games would be pretty cool. We could do like I can make like an island versus island map. So we have to use boats to cross over and stuff. That'd be pretty cool. Why did the UK leave Europe? Oh, we haven't left Europe as such, we've left like the European Union. So I think it's to do with trade more than anything. We're still in Europe. But I think it's pretty bad. I personally didn't vote, which is pretty bad. But if I had have voted, I would have voted stay. And I'm sure if a lot of the people that thought like me, we probably would have ended up staying. Because if they had have actually bloody voted. Or maybe you could get Diplex if he isn't busy sometime and you do for Diplex. He's very high profile, isn't he? He's like, I think he would if he could, but he's just very busy. He's a very busy man. It's quite, people think like just doing YouTube and stuff that there's not much to it, but you got to think about all the sponsors that you have to deal with and all stuff like that, and the people messaging him constantly and having to reply. But I could try and ask. I've asked Diplex to come into this live stream a couple of times. He said he will at some point, so hopefully he will. I'm contemplating on leaving and going off to make my own map, but watching you gives me a good insight on how to make a map. Yeah, I don't think anymore when making a map. I think the best is trial and error. That's what I'd say. Just make something. Like, look what I'm doing here. I'm not even thinking whilst I'm doing this. I'm doing the whole cornfield first. That's what I'm doing. And once I've got the cornfield down, look, it's very scaled as well. Very scaled. I know it's very big for a cornfield. If it was like if it was a standard vanilla map, right? Yeah, the cornfield would be like that little square. But in real life, cornfields can be huge, really huge. But it's not going to be this big when it's like finally done. But just kind of get the area out of like where you want your field to be, and then you can always cut bits out then. Build around it, if you know what I mean. Like this hill here is going to have maybe a fence going around it, or a rock fence, I'm thinking. So, whoa, the lag. Lag silly, baby. So this is rock fence here. And like I say, like a tip I gave earlier was it's better to detail one area of the map and then copy and paste stuff, because it's a lot quicker. So place everything down on the map that you're going to use and then just work from there to save you having to find it again. My Alien 2.0 maps is so laggy because I have like 300 men and aliens together. and like 100 Japanese tanks. How do you do that like thing where you can play just like it's only on the Born in the Fire America mod you can do this, and you just go into grass and there's like loads of new ones. But yeah, if you're not doing it in this, it'll be a lot laggier as well, because you have to place the corn separately. God, it's warm in this room. I just opened my window because it was getting so warm, but then I was like, there's cars driving past all the time and there's people shouting outside, and I was like, yep, I'm going to shut it because I was going to do a live stream. So now I'm just having to suffer. If you really like Star Wars, you would play Homeworld 2 with Star Wars mod, that'd be awesome. I've never played the Homeworld 2 mod, if there is one. I'm always too busy to check out what new mods there are. I think last time, I think when I first started working for Diplex, like it's probably like 3 months ago now. Yeah, I checked ModDB, and I was like, whoa, there's so much more content coming out for Men of War. And I'm an old school Men of War guy. I'm like here from like years and years ago. So there never used to be many mods coming out for this game whatsoever, like none whatsoever. I think back in the day we had like Rising Empire, we had Star Wars Galaxy at War at its early stages before it was even released, and we had stuff like 3,000 Miles to Tokyo mod, that was pretty cool. What else? And then there was all just stuff like World War II mods and maps and stuff. What other mods was there? Oh, you had the old Born in the Fire America mod, that was like classic. Corsair's Magic Storm, that was a really good mod. Hey mighty, how do you raise and lower things? To raise and lower something, you know about an object. To raise and lower an object, you grab it and you hold A for altitude, and then just move your mouse up and down, and it moves it. And then hold C to rotate, hold X to like manipulate the direction and such. But that all comes to like you do all that naturally eventually. Right, so we've got a bit of a hill here, so we're going to elevate this bit here now. We're going to get rid of that. I can't install Galaxy at War mod. How come? If it's something to do with your I think a lot of people have been having problems with Galaxy at War mod due to the version, but that's easily changed if you go into the files and just change one line with Notepad, and that's in the mod.info file, and you just change it to the latest version like 0.091 or something like that. Gears of War mod will be absolutely awesome. I'd really like a Gears of War mod. I'd really like to show you the Halo mod, but I can't yet. We've had to like, I'm not allowed to show it, not yet anyway, because I haven't got permission from the developers. As soon as they see my maps for it though, they might be happy with me and say, yeah, of course you can. That's what I'm hoping anyway. I'm hoping to see this video, so they hear that. Right, so we've got a hill, we need to make some openings because it's Men of War, they need to come through. Oh, tail look really nice on there. I've changed my mind. We're going to have a church on here. We're going to have a church. So we're going to be going to construction, town, no, not town E. Where would it be? New entity. There we go. American colony. So a little church. nice actually. Get rid of that grass around it. Then all of this hill here can be like a graveyard. I have to go. Good night. Good night, Benjamin. Making basics. There's already a video out there. I just don't want to be stealing anybody else's thunder, if you know what I mean. But if you look up a guy called 123 Stealth Bomber, he does a lot of cool Men of War vids, like all on the basics of the editor. He's the guy I learnt from, so I think a church will look really nice though, isn't it? Nah, maybe not actually. Maybe not. Here in Iowa, in the US, it's only 2 PM. Wow. I think it's like, what time is it here? Let's have a look. What's the time? 19:59. I don't mean to sound pushy or anything, or take this as the wrong gesture, but I think around the church maybe one farmhouse. Yeah, there's going to be a plantation. This ain't the final product yet, like I said, this is going to, like, the final product, like I'm selling it or something, but the final version of the map, there is going to be a plantation. I just wanted to throw the crops down, and then I'm going to cut bits out after. So I just threw them down for the hell of it. I'm trying to debate what I'm going to put on this hill. I was going to do a church, but I thought that'd be too close to a plantation. I could maybe have the plantation itself on there. Or not. I could just have it as grass. You know, why not? Just have it as a bit of grass. Just have to keep reading my comments. Wait, who was the guy again? What guy? Let's have a little look through these. Get some really cool grass in this mod. What the hell is that? I say that, I don't know what that is. Oh, something really cool. Which is not cool because you shouldn't do drugs, but I thought it was pretty cool that they've actually put it in the game. Cannabis. That's so cool, isn't it? Right. So we'll have... yeah, just grass. We'll go on here. So where's that grass new? No, not that one. Grass high. That's the one. Just gonna grass this out. What's a church? Do you mean like a church? Oh, 123 Stealth Bomber, yeah, he's really cool, man. He does Men of War vids, so he does all the basics. So like mainly mission making he does, but I think you kind of pick up the map making as well. He tells you the basics as well, for like texturing and stuff like that. Sort of like a little hill bit there. I've done way too many crops there, way too many. Just clear this bit of ground out. Whoa, them crops have like a specular, so it reflects off the sun. It's pretty cool. I usually like listen to the Patriot music whilst I'm doing this, like the full Patriot soundtrack. Do you know that? Da, 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 da. Quite motivating. Keeps you going. Got to go water a pig. Wow. I used to have pigs. They're quite evil actually, because they're like, they had babies, but you've heard the term greedy as a pig, right? They were actually starving their own young and weren't giving it any food. They wouldn't let them eat. One of them died as well. That's pretty bad. Right, let's make the area for the plantation now. In fact, we're going to cut an area out for the road. Where's the road going to come from? It needs to join on to probably this bit here. Ah, that's what I'll do. This can be the bit where the road comes out. Genius! So that's where the road's going to come through here. Now we're going to have to cut some of this grass out. There we go, now we can meet the road. Just going to copy and paste this long bit here. Comments? Yeah, it's about 8 o'clock over here, man. So how many mappers do we have in the chat then? Is everybody here a mapper for Man of War? I think it's one of the best engines out there. It's like one of the only engines where you genuinely feel like you're God. You could do absolutely anything on it. I like making medieval maps. Even though there's no medieval characters as such, I still like making the maps. It got to a point, I think, like maybe 1 or 2 years ago, where I wouldn't even make the maps to play. Like, I wouldn't care about unit pathing, I wouldn't care about anything like that. I'd literally just make them just so I can look at them. I class it more as an art form than anything. I guess that's where the plantation is going to be, right on there. Dirty this bit of the thing out, of the road. You see, I don't really think about it when I'm mapping. I just like, well, at the minute that looks terrible. But the key at the end is just when you've got the basic idea of where everything is, you can start neatening it up and changing bits. So we need to make that bit there. There won't be crop on there, look. So you have to grass that bit out, like so. Now I've made a bit of a boo-boo over there. So grass that bit out there. I'll go back to the thing on. Just blend it in. Right, so we've got one scripter. We've got so Ingvar is a scripter, mission scripter, right? Hedgedo, you're also a mission scripter. It's Cry, you're a mapper. Lord Inquisitor, you make a few maps too, do you? Wow, you know Python. Dude, that's great, man. You can practically make a game if you know them sort of languages. You work on 2000 by 2000 map. I used to work on a lot of those big maps, but they used to always crash on me. I don't know why, like, they'd always crash. And there'd be for no reason either. I'd just be like doing terrain or something, or some textures, and they'd just randomly glitch. And it used to get really annoying, so I stopped making them that big. I think the largest I go to now is a 500 by 500, but then if I ever need to, I start extending it myself using the camera clip. You'd love to see this in the workshop. It'll be up there eventually. I think Diplex will definitely. That's if you're talking to me. One sec. I don't know if you're reading. I don't know if I'm reading all the comments here. Getting quite a few through. Yeah, Men of War Squad 2. It looks really nice. They've done really well. I mean, there's no editor like it really. I mean, Unity is quite close, but it's not as easy. Unity, you can do quite a lot with that. I've got a little bit of experience making maps on Unity as well, but just they don't look anywhere near as good as my maps on Men of War. Anywhere near. I'll have to showcase a map on Unity sometime. But I've made on Unity. I've made like a little. It's like a little terrain with the grass, and I've made like a little house. Oh, I can show you the house. It's this thing here. This is out of Unity. I made it myself. It's like a little house that I was making. I made like a little interior for it as well. Ported it into the game. Well, ported it into Unity, and then I put it into there. Oh god, there's a mistake I've made. You can see through the thing. But yeah, you get the gist. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make all these bits separate so you can build the house in game. That'll be even better. So I ought to make a plantation. That'd be pretty cool. But speaking of plantation, let's get that built anyway. Shrink this terrain down a bit. You're a wannabe mapper. Everyone starts off as a wannabe mapper, man. I mean, there's nothing out there to give me the title of a mapper as such. I'm just like you guys. But I'm just lucky enough to be I'm partnered with a big YouTuber. That's the only difference. Right, so this is just really random here. I don't know what I'm doing, by the way. Every part of a map I ever make is just completely random, and I make the best of it. But it always ends up looking nice. The way I see it, if it starts off looking shit, it ends up looking nice. If it starts off looking nice, it ends up looking shit. That's what it's like with my maps. Right, we're going to just darken this road off a bit. I think we'll add the plantation. Where should we add the plantation? Add it there. Oh, but everyone, make sure you subscribe to me on follow me on Facebook as well. So there is a link to it on my about tab. So everyone go over to there and follow me, because I'll be uploading a lot of pictures on there. If not, I'll be doing that more on there than I will be Instagram. So if you want to see all my latest work, mainly Diplex's videos before they even come out. So you'll be able to see some little snapshots of what's coming out next. Try and get some little bets on or something. That way you got the upper hand. Then again, I wonder if that's a real thing. I wonder if there's anybody out there like betting on what Diplex's next video is going to be. And then you could just go on go on my Facebook page and check it out. Just don't tell anyone about it. Hey Matthew. I don't have MySpace. I've not used MySpace in years. Years and years and years. I mean, what was it? What did it start off with? It started off with Pixo, then it went to Bebo, then it went to MySpace, then I think it was Facebook after that. See, look, this fence. This is the beauty of having everything placed out, by the way. Because everything's placed out, you can click on something. So I need a fence. Copy the name, Control C, paste it there, and it comes up all the different fences. So I need a specific fence over here, look. Where am I going? Getting lost. Right, so I'm going to use... That's a pretty cool fence, I like that. We'll get a bit of a mix and match. We'll go for this one as the primary fence. Is that to the ground? It is, isn't it? That corn's a tiny bit close to the road there. Is anybody else missing Diplex? So weird, like, I'm so used to doing these maps daily, and I've just got so much free time lately. I'm just gonna like pile up loads and loads of maps when he gets back. I'll probably get about 5 or 6 done maybe in the next 3 days. Mind you, I've got work tomorrow, so mix and match the fences. Get rid of that bit there. In fact, we'll keep that bit like gone. Get that bit there. That's pretty cool. Hey Jamie. Just making a plantation, Jamie. Like back in the 1700s. And I've based this map in North Carolina. No, South Carolina. So this right here is where the plantation is going to be. I'm just going to save it just in case my game crashes. You just don't know of Manifold these days, do you? Just randomly crashes all the time. How long have I been streaming for, guys? Must be over an hour now. Probably 2 hours. Damn, that fence is good looking. I will do, man. I'll consider them. The more ideas, the merrier. I like the Korea one, so I'll try and forward that one to Diplex. I think I'm just going to get this plantation done here and then I'll stop the stream. But yeah, the key to mapping, I'd say, is patience more than anything. You gotta be a very patient person. It's a lot like artwork. The more time you take with it, the better it's going to be. Just gotta put a lot of love into it. 1 hour 30 minutes. Wow. Oh, also, is there any ideas for my next video to upload to YouTube? Do you guys want to keep seeing... I don't know if you've all watched my Saga series. Do you guys like that, or do you think I should move on to a different kind of series? Because all I'm doing really is just recreating the movie. There's nothing really original about it. Unless I just I can try and twist it about a bit and try and make the movie how I wanted it. That would be pretty cool. Your map takes half an hour to load. Yeah, they get a lot like that, don't they? The more you put on them, the longer they take to load. Alright, so now we've got a kind of basic shape for where the... What's going on here? Oh, I'm not pasting anything. There we go. Yeah, we've got the basic shape for where the plantation's going to be. It has gone by pretty fast, hasn't it? All my streams do though, I don't know why. It's like, what I think is 20 minutes in a stream is actually like an hour. But it feels like it anyway. Well, it feels like 20 minutes, should I say. Let's have a look. You should do a Red Rising mod. Red Rising mod battle. Yeah, I will do in future streams. Like, all I'm doing today is just doing my Born in the Fire America map. I'm going to try and get it done for tomorrow. Maybe at least nearly done for tomorrow. And then tomorrow I'll be finding out if I'm going to Snapchat Diplex. Find out if he wants me to make a mission on it as well. If he wants me to make a mission, I'll be coming back to this map tomorrow. I ain't doing it tonight. But I'll probably live stream me making the mission or something. Get some ideas from you guys. I would make a hill type shape. I've been using rocks in the terrain to create them. What? To create what? Oh, to make caves in the editor, yeah. You can do the open top, can't you? I used to use I make caves in the Star Wars mod. I don't even remember one of my old Hoth maps. It was called the Hothest Hoth on it was on Diplex's channel. I released it it was public release as well, Galaxy at War. But I made a really cool cave system on that. It's also on my channel as well. What else is there? Do you revise your map after you're done looking for mistakes? Or do you leave it? Do I revise? Well, I don't know, you know, because, like you said, you can't really have a mistake on a map. Not if it's making scenery. If you look at anything in the world, the way you gotta look at things, in the world there's no such thing as a straight line in nature, they say. So everything has got to be completely random. So say like there's a mistake over here, say like there's a rock misplaced. So what? You know, maybe that was nature's idea to have that rock how it is. Same with trees. I wouldn't have anything overlapping like a tree in the fence or anything like that, so I'd go around looking for stuff like that. But like I say, just the key to perfection is the imperfections. What else is there? Maybe make a hillside too. Yeah, I could do. I could maybe turn some of this cornfield here into a bit of a hillside. We'll need some area for the line battles to commence. The reason I chose this area is because it's got like a good hill, so you could have like a good line battle on here. I'll probably get rid of some of the corn around here and add a bit of grass. In fact, we'll do that now. I like this. I like doing this. This is pretty cool. Having you guys give me advice and stuff on the maps. I might do this more often. Let's blend that into there. There we go. So we've got a bit of grass now, so they can come out of the corn to sort of like, you can have like some soldiers holding the hill, and then men can come out of the corn and advance on the hill. That'd be pretty cool. Also, another tip for you mappers as well. See the terrain? See how it's flat? I could just leave it flat like that and it'd still look pretty cool. But nothing is flat. Just remember that. Not unless it's man-made. In nature, nothing's flat. So just give it a tiny bit of a bump. Even if you want something flat, just the little bumps, like just the tiny little bumps. It's still considered flat in a way. But nothing in nature's flat. Or straight, should I say. that's pretty much what I do. The hard part is making it really big and multi-leveled like a complex. Hey Blaze. See you later, Archer. Bit Archer. There's something not quite right about that grass. I don't know. What should I change it to? In fact, it looks okay. But we're gonna add some more of that grass. Put it out here. You can kind of see it taking shape now. Let's get the plantation down just to add some more humph to it. That's right. Nothing is flat and nothing is straight. That's one of the keys to making a map. You see, there's a mistake I've made there. Look, that needs blending. Right. Oh, also, if you're ever lazy, don't think it's ever like, you know, you're a bad mapper because you do this. It's always cool to use a stamp to overlap stuff if they look nice. Right, see that's flat over there. Let's add a bit of hill to it, make it a bit bigger. Just make when mapping, just make everything random. Everything's got to be random, even to you. If you're going to place something down, don't ask yourself why it's being placed down. Put yourself in their shoes. You know what I mean? How would things go here? Like, you've got the plantation. What are they going to want around a plantation? They're going to want crops. What also is needed? You need a road. They need access to the nearest town. Also water. Where would they get the nearest water from? There's like a lake over here. You got to think about everything. Like this fort here. Look, where would they have got the wood from to make this fort? That's a lot of logs. That's a lot of trees. They would have cut it down from nearby forests to make the fort, wouldn't they? So you also got to think about the little details. The floor. If the floor's walked on a lot, it's going to be a lot drier and cracked. So add the cracked floor texture or stamp. Same with straw. Would there be straw near horses? Yep. Little random bits like this. There's no need for these little logs to stick out the floor. But who knows, maybe some soldiers decided to make a fence one time just to separate the road. Maybe it's just to stop the grass from overgrowing into the road. Just little ideas like that. Right, so we're going to get plantation. So this is the hard bit because we haven't got many assets in this game. So what would a nice plantation look like? That's pretty cool. That house there. Yeah, I think I'll use that. And we wouldn't just settle for a standard house, would we? Most American houses, back especially in these times, they had a balcony and like a thingy going around it. So we're going to find one like that. It's a pretty neat fence. Town hall. Excuse me. Right, so we want CW, and in here I think is a nice little walkway. If I can remember right. Oh god, this is the hard bit. There we go, the walkway. Add house. Right, so we want to elevate this a tiny bit. Just a little bit. So, yeah, that's fine like that. Hold Alt and it samples the terrain, if nobody knew that. I'm just going to raise this bit here. Also maybe make a slave house too. Not to be racist, but that's what, yep, I know exactly what you mean. But which will be kind of like, it'd be kind of a barn sort of thing, wouldn't it? Like a, I'm just thinking of the old movies, like I don't know if you've ever seen a film called Roots. Very long movie about Kunta Kinte. But they lived in like a sort of slave house, they had like a barn sort of thing as well. So add a walkway around the house. I love doing interiors as well. They're really fun. I'll have to do another showcase one time. There's a really good way you can make, just with the vanilla Men of War, make a good house where it looks nice from the outside and the inside. No one knows how to do it. It's like something I discovered. So I'll have to show you how to do it one time. You can make like a sort of modern mansion house. I might do it when I make the map for the cartel. There we go, just overlap them. Oh, if anybody ever gets like a little problem, do you know when things are overlapped? And it's not doing it in this case, but when you rotate sometimes it flashes. See if I can make it happen. Oh, I can't do it. Oh, you can kind of see it there a little bit, just a tiny bit. You see how it flashes? Whenever it does that, oh yeah, just go into the Z, not Z, the one that goes up and down, yeah, which is the position and the Z axis, and literally just change one digit to like 145.431 instead of 0.432, and it moves it just that little bit and it gets rid of the flash. Oh, they really stay in the front of the house. Are you sure? Just, well, if you lived there, I guess you're right. I'll take your advice on that one, man. I'm just trying to think of the sort of... mind you, that was pretty western, wasn't it? I might keep it around the side though, because it'd be pretty cool to have some steps and stuff going up. Right, so... Right, so now we're going to use the polygons. We're going to turn it to level 5 because that's the highest poly. And we're just going to go over the area where the house is. And then we're going to go into heights. We're going to sample the ground terrain holding Alt. And just move this up like so. And then it will show you. I should get the edge of the balcony then, which makes it look like it's sort of on a stand. Then I'm just going to blend that under there. So it looks like the ground's like made underneath. And that looks pretty cool, doesn't it? I might double that balcony up actually, because I think the balcony in Patriot was a tiny bit bigger. Oh, you off, Lord Inquisitor? Is that how I pronounce it? Inquisitor? Lord Inquisitor, that's it. Good night, man. And then, yeah, I'll have the stairs going up there or something. So that's going to look pretty cool. Already looks like a house already, doesn't it? Don't know what else there is. Balcony, barricades. That's pretty cool. We'll have one of them. I can just head over the top. If you haven't already, you should all download the Born in the Fire America mod. Really fun mod. Done a really good job with it. Move that over the doorway like so. That was pretty nice. Add house. Balcony. Should we have a balcony? Yeah, we'll have one at the back of the house. Put it in the centre like so. That's coming over the window a little bit there, isn't it? Maybe you can squeeze it in the middle there. That's coming over the window there as well. Oh, it don't really matter, does it? It doesn't really matter. We're going to have a balcony at the back. That looks pretty cool, I think. Nice little plantation. I haven't seen Mythic. I don't know. He's probably doing his map as well. I know he was in the middle of doing a map, I think, when I told him about the stream. Should have a little look. Oh no, he's gone. He might have crashed on us. His computer might have crashed. I know he does it a lot. No, just think that. See, I'm going against my own word here. Like, I'm telling everyone that there's no such thing as a straight line, and I'm forgetting to put the hill up on the cornfields. Can you see it? Look how bad it looked to begin with. It didn't look that good, did it? But then, after a bit of time spent on it, everything was random, nothing was planned out, and it starts to look nice eventually. If something starts off looking shit, it ends up looking nice. We need to add the road down there now. God, this is going to be a long video to render. Hey, Mythic, you back, man? Of course it would say you're offline. I'm offline. I'm an idiot. Alright, so we have the fence, we have the plantation. Like you say, we need a slave house, don't we? As bad as it sounds. So we could maybe have the slave house here. We're going to flatten the land out, because even though it's natural, that's man-made structure, isn't it? So it would be flat land. And we're going to make some mud as well, because the ground will be dug over. So we're going to dig the land over like that. Just turn this bit into grass here. If we turn that to grass, I can blend it with the other one then. Like so. Okay, and now we have a good grounds there for a nice little outhouse. Maybe a barn. Camp, new American colony. Don't want to click that because I know one of them crashes the game. So we're going to go for I'm really proud of that plantation. It looks really nice. A lot better than what I thought I'd get it. Oh, what we could do the making it, I guess. No, we'll go town E. I think there's a good barn inside this one. Where would it be? Where would it be? I know where it would be. It will be in village. It's E farm, maybe? Nope, not that one. Not as cool as they look though. That's the one we're after. Yep, that's the one I want. That's pretty cool. Works as a nice barn. Yeah, I like that. That's pretty cool. Just going to turn off the Z Clip vision. Texas heat, man. I bet it's warm. It's warm over here in England at the minute. Very warm. Can't imagine it'd be anything in comparison to there though. Build the grass up around it. Never enough corn, is there? Never enough corn. Gonna mud off the area. Right, there we go. Oh, Mythic, have you seen my new Facebook page yet? I made it like yesterday, I think, something like that, day before yesterday. Trying to get some more followers on there, actually. I'm going to mix in a tiny bit of woodland here, I think. It's on this hill bit. So no biggie, we're just going to copy and paste a few trees. Uh-oh. Oh, that was scary. I thought I did that grass thing then, Mythic. Thought I did that thing where the editor likes to just get rid of your grass sometimes. I was like, I hope it doesn't happen on this one. God, the amount of grass that I've put down. Awesome. Probably add a few trees around this area as well. Mighty, would you consider me as lazy if I took ground textures from a different map and then redesigned the town there? No, no. Everything's good, man. As long as it looks nice. I mean, I've done it a few times where you can take an old map and just completely turn it into a brand new map just by moving stuff around. It's a really good idea. It's quicker. Because you're just going to do that stuff anyway. So why just save the time making it and just take what's already made? Right, sometimes I like to go back to my old maps and copy and paste bits and bobs that I've made previously, just to save me a bit of time. There we go, got a bit of woodland here as well. Really nice floor this, if you zoom right in. Got like the green shrubbery, and then like the brown pebbles and stuff like that going underneath. Oh no, I don't want to do that. How it's tanked. Hey Mighty, new here. How do you start making a map from scratch? Do you just run with it, or do you have a set plan before you start? To be honest, I used to set a plan. I used to get a pen and paper and I used to draw it out. But I've been doing it that many years now, man, that I just run with it. Everything is random. Absolutely everything I do on a map is random. And then, or I'll think of bits. I've got kind of like a photographic memory when it comes to watching movies. So say like I've watched a movie before, a war movie, and I remember a specific scene in that movie. On this editor I can just like kind of recreate it. I don't know how, but everything just comes to me. So I just kind of just make all different areas from the movies and then put them together, and they look really nice. So I just run with it with everything, man. And welcome, by the way, if you're new here. Welcome to my channel, man. We're gonna have some forest floor. If I can find it. There we go. But if you ever, I'll tell you what I like to do. I can map without even having the editor, so it is always good to get a nice pen and paper, pencil and paper, and just draw some ideas. Like maybe from bird's eye view, just using boxes and circles and stuff, like saying this is where the farm's gonna be. And but I make maps that much now that I just do everything random, absolutely everything. Textures and heights. Yeah, they can. it takes some time to get used to them. But like I said earlier, if you was here earlier, I said in nature there's no such thing as a straight line. That's a good tip to know. So, but when it comes to man-made structures, there is such thing as a straight line. So like, if you're ever going to do a building, think of how things are made in real life. To make this building right here, you'd need a foundation. So first of all, they'd flatten the land around it. So what texture is that land going to be? But it'd be mud, it'd be a soil, because they've just turned it over, which would then turn into a clay. Right, yeah, and then they'd have a flat foundation. On that flat foundation, you want to place the house. And then think about over time, how many years has the house been there? And on the account of how many years the house has been there, depends on what's growing around it. Is the things growing up the house? You know what I mean? You just got to think about every aspect. Best bit is to put a player down on the map and become that player. Just try and think from his perspective. That needs blending right there. So look at the comments. Glad I noticed this. Welcome 25 West 25. Mighty, you looking for more Steam mods? How do you mean more Steam mods? Do you mean from workshop? I'm always happy to play more mods. I can make maps for any sort of mod, any sort of era. All I have to do is look at one picture and I can make it. Some forest grass. The key to perfection is the imperfections. I'll tell you something, I do hope this see all this grass that I'm placing, not one blade of grass showing up on Diplex's video. I don't know why. It was really annoying because I spent so much time like making sure the grass is right, and it brings out a lot of the detail as well in the map, and it just didn't show on his video, so I was quite annoyed about that. I like the call to arms grass though, that's pretty cool. I'm really looking forward, as soon as he's done the video on Halo, I'll have to just do a showcase of that map. Probably try and do a little battle on it or something. Be pretty cool. So we have our plantation. In fact, no, I can't. Why am I saying that? I don't think I can. I need permission from the developers first. Because technically speaking, I'm just a mapper. I don't think I'm not a YouTuber as such. I am a YouTuber, kind of. Not like them though. Not like Diplex. It's like I do make a living off YouTube, but it's like not through my account, if that makes sense. It's through partnerships. Oh, you meant stream mods. Yeah, Diplex did already do a Halo, but I made the not his first one, not his first map, but I made the second map. That was made by me. And then yeah, there's going to be another Halo map, which is going to blow all your minds away. It's like it blew my mind away. I didn't realise how good I could actually get it. But there's a lot of cool assets on Call to Arms, and I think I nailed it. When editing grass in the editor, it removes the LOD so that you can see the grass much further than the game camera. Alright, do you reckon that's why I couldn't see it on Diplex's one? Mighty, do Call to Arms Halo mod have the new Mombasa map? Nope, Halo mod doesn't have any maps yet, apart from mine, as far as I know. There's no maps for it, but there is 2 now made. 2 maps have been fully made by me. You've got the one on Diplex's channel, which was just a simple one, a simple valley, and the next one is going to be very similar to the island sort of map, with some mountains and a nice little beach invasion, which you'll all enjoy. See, that's looking quite cool, that, isn't it? I need to add some like bushes and stuff around the things, and add some detail around the plantation itself. Nice if I can get... oh, I can actually. Where's... we want to go to fence. There we go. Really make this look like a proper American sort of... can we change the text mode on that? We can't. It's a shame. Never mind though. I'll just make it white to match the house. I'll overlap that bit there so it makes it more symmetrical. Actually, I'm not too sure about that. Maybe if I make it smaller. Yeah, that'd be better. A nice little tip as well is go onto constrain and switch it to 0. It'll disappear, raise it up out of the ground. And now, if anybody's ever annoyed with it, like always going at a different level because of a land patch underneath, now the constraint is 0, it won't move. It'll stay at the same height when copied and pasted. Am I interested in Gates of Hell? Yeah, well, I used to be a mapper for them, but we had a bit of a talk recently and I've not got enough time to put into them. What we're doing Diplex's maps is a full-time job, you see, for me. And I just haven't got the time to put into Gates of Hell either, so I've had a word with them and they says that I can come back when I've got more time to give them, which is totally understandable. So I've been let go temporarily from Gates of Hell, if I do go back, so maybe forever. Oh. But yeah, I used to work for them. I made a pretty cool map for them. I never finished it, mind. Hey Blaze, good idea. I suggested make Arcadia evacuation. Yeah, oh, and New Mombasa. I want to make that. I do want to make it, but we haven't got the assets for it at the minute. I can probably try and make a little demo version with what assets we have, so that's probably one of my next things to do on my to-do list. It's looking quite nice actually on there. Perhaps I can make that a brown. In fact, no, I like the white colour because it looks very colonial, doesn't it? Going to bring this house slightly over to cover that. We're going to have like a banister. Oh yeah, of course we need one of these. Needs to come a bit further over there, I think. That's fine, man. You think I should do more streams? Do you guys like my streams then? I mean, it's a good way that you guys can ask me anything as I'm doing it. You know what I mean? So I know there's a lot of questions that are unanswered about the editor, and it's a bit of a shame really that Digital Mindsoft never actually released like a how-to on their editor. They've done one, but it's just a very simple one. So it's a good way to do like showcases of tutorials and stuff. My goal now is YouTube. I really do love doing YouTube. You love my streams. Thank you, man. I love that you love my streams. I'm sorry they're not more entertaining, but I will be doing battles and stuff as well. A bit like Diplex's channel, but Diplex is just so good at doing like the battle sort of things. It's hard to top his work, and it's just literally, it's like an honour and a privilege that I get to work with him. I don't want that sort of rock there. Oh, what else should I add? I don't know. Well, how are we going to detail this area? So that looks pretty cool on there. You think they're very entertaining? Thank you, man. It means a lot. You love watching me create a map. I want to try and do some of those speed maps. I've got 2 speed maps on the way at the minute. It's just that they take up so much hard drive room. I've got like a terabyte hard drive. That's all I've got, and it's about full as it is. And when it comes to recording videos, I use Shadowplay. That's what I'm using right now to stream, and it takes up so much room. I think I've used about 30 gigabytes just on like a 6-hour video of me creating a map, and I did that this morning. What am I going to add here? There's something not right about this bit. It needs to be flatter. That's what it needs. It's a garden. Uh-oh. That's fine. So yeah, tiny bit flatter. Like so. And now we need to go and get some details. Let's go all the way back to the fort. Where's the fort gone? There it is. I mean, just look at that angle. I mean, I took some beautiful screenshots of this. I picked up a 2 terabyte hard drive on Black Friday. Yeah, well, hopefully this year I should have a tiny bit more money, so Black Friday is going to be my day. I mean, I was literally too broke to buy anything on Black Friday last year. Take some more of these trees. Cut some down there. We'll cut some down there. They make good cover as well, do you know, for the guys holding the muskets. We'll also add some on here. Garden and barn outhouse. Yeah, a garden would be nice, wouldn't it? In fact, we're going to make it, we'll make it a nice lawn. We'll give them a lawn. So we're going to take this colour, we're going to overlap it, because we don't need the mud anymore, do we? That plays good for that, because now I can just blend that in. Maybe a hedge. That's what we need. We need a good hedge. Sorry if you can hear my chair squeak every now and then. So I have a nice little hedge. Not around the front. Or do we go around the side? Right, so what do I have in my rig? My rig is, I don't know if it says it in the description or not, but it's an AMD FX 8320 8-core processor, 3.9 gigahertz per core, I think, and I've got a GTX 960 currently, but I've got a GTX 980 4GB on its way, so I'll have that probably next week. I'm using 8GB of quite fast RAM, HyperX Fury I think, or Genesis, I can't remember, and I've got a terabyte hard drive, and I'm running an SSD 120GB hard drive. I'm gonna add some hedges around here. We'll have the fence going through the hedge. You love mighty for him. Living the other guy that loves the stream. No homo. Thank you, man. I think you've pretty much tuned into every single live stream that I've ever had, right, Blaze? Well, I ever did. This would be something like my... Oh, I'm not sure. What live stream? This would be my 5th, is it? My 5th live stream? Ever? I'm not doing too bad. Getting a tiny bit more confident on the microphone. Oh, I've got people messaging me on Facebook. Let's have a look. Make a small gate at the road. You think? What, just here? Yeah, I agree with you actually. I've got just the gate as well. So say like I ever need a gate or anything, I like to type in fence underscore wire, and it brings up the gates. And then you just scroll down until you find a gate. So we've got gate depot, but the one I want is that one. A nice wooden one like that. And then I can join these fences here, like so. If that tree gets out of my way. There we go. Is there a text mod for that actually? Oh, it's like a oak. Should I go for oak or should I go for pine? That one looks better. Looks a lot cleaner. Do I have a schedule for streaming? I don't. Not currently. It's just that the mapping and stuff is so time consuming. I suppose I can do what I'm doing now and like map whilst talking to you guys. And maybe have a few battles whilst I'm mapping. So I'll try and think of a good day to do it. It was going to be a Wednesday and a Saturday that I do streams. So I might keep it to that, but you see the thing is I've got to also get videos out as well. Because I want to try and build my subscribers up and also get my views up as well. I think I'm nearly at 250,000 views I think on my channel. That's all together though, it's over about 30 videos. But obviously I'll work on DiplexHeated's channel as well. Me and Diplex are kind of like partners as such. So I make all of his content pretty much, me and Grizzly and whoever else he like has at the time. But we have to do them fast. That's one of the best. That's why he likes us, you see, because we're very convenient. Just what I meant. Yeah, it looks quite cool, doesn't it? I like it. To be honest, I don't think I would have done one if you didn't suggest it. I didn't really think. I might have thought of it at the end or something. But the hedges give it a really nice look, don't they? Give it quite a nice, I don't know, farmly look, if that's a word. Don't think I'll have any around there. What else do we need? So we've got the... It'd be nice if we could have like a sign, maybe. I don't think we have any. We'll need a turnaround here. So for a turnaround, I think, do we have any... We'll end that bit there like so. And a bit further down here we're going to add a turnaround. So perhaps there. That's the one I want. Nice rotated one. So that just symbolises like if the two different routes it could have came in. The carriage. In fact, we'll go and get a carriage whilst we're here. You can see how big this map is just by the lag. Diplex doesn't stream, I do. Diplex does some streams, but he don't do it on this game. He does it through Twitch, I think, and he does it on other games. But yeah, I'd like to do more streams. You don't earn much ad revenue off streams, I don't think, though. Especially me. I don't like to monetize much when I do a stream. I like to make them as fun as possible, so I start blasting music and stuff. Like last time I was just blasting Star Wars music and Lord of the Rings music. So I'm my own worst enemy when it comes to monetizing my videos. For all I know, I've probably flagged some sort of copyright law on this one. Or because I said slave thing earlier, that's probably just stopped my video from getting monetized. That's how strict YouTube are lately. Oh, you see right there's a sand dark. I need one of them. Really. These sand darks, they're really cool because it really blends the road into the environment. Like the edges and stuff. You can add it in the grass and makes it look cool. But you guys have pretty much just saw this all be created from the scratch. And it started off looking quite poo, but now you can see it's starting to take shape. We'll add some more hedge going around here. So look, getting live tips is awesome. Yeah. If there's anything you guys ever want to know about mapping or anything like that, I think I know pretty much everything there is to know about it. Same with mission making as well. I know pretty much everything there is to know about that. I could do scripts, events, reinforcements. The last I can't remember which ones, but a lot of the missions that Diplex plays out, they're also made by me as well. The map and the mission. So I like to do a lot of camera angles. Also, guys, check out some of my videos as well on my channel. I haven't got many views on them, but you might like some of them. There's a really cool one I did, which didn't get that many views, surprisingly enough. But it was Les Miserables. I don't know if you've watched the movie. It's about the French Revolution. But I put a lot of effort into that one, and it's not monetized either, so I don't think I'm getting paid for it or anything. I did that one strictly for you guys. But it's really good. It's like there's a bit of a musical bit in there as well, where they're all marching down the street and they're listening to that, they're singing that, do you hear the people sing? That song. Wouldn't Planet Coaster be a perfect game for you if you have any spare time to look into it? What's that game about? Is it like a Roller Coaster Tycoon? Something like that? I'm always out on the lookout for other games that I can play on my channel. Because if you haven't noticed, my username, Mighty Mapper, it's not really one of those usernames that I can play any game with, is it really? Because it kind of ruins the theme. So any game that has a map editor, maybe. Like, I might start playing Age of Empires, and games like I could do mapping on Age of Empires. That's where it all started for me. Age of Empires 1. That's when I started my mapping. Same with Age of Empires 3, Age of Mythology, Empire Earth, all these cool games with map editors. Stronghold. These are all games that I've played in the past with map editors. It's amazing now you see this empty map growing into something amazing. Yeah, it's random, to be honest. I'm not even, I don't know, it's just it does itself, really, if you know what I mean. It's just placing things in the right, it's knowing the geography of everything. It's hard to explain. Just everything always seems to start off looking poo. Like, everything looks shit, right? Yeah, and then it looks good. If it starts off looking shit, it ends up looking good. If it starts off looking good, it ends up looking shit. That's the only thing I can ever say. Age of Empires, Empire Earth, you have all of those. That's cool, man. I mean, I think I've got Empire Earth, I think, or is it the, oh, what was it called? There's another one that's very similar to Empire Earth. I've got that one. I used to love Empire Earth. I used to love spamming the Romans against the barbarians. He used to look really cool because it was like a really optimized game as well. I think we're ready for some grass in here. It was a really optimized game, so you could just have like thousands and thousands and thousands of units. So here we're gonna add in some nice grass. So some grass we can use as like a lawn, is it? So we want a very green grass. Oh, that's nice with some flowers. Yeah, that looks really nice. Might even add a little statue in the back. So we've got a nice little lawn. It's Roller Coaster Tycoon in the sense you have a map, the entire park with the props and custom rides. The game side is lacking, but it's pretty nice on the detail side. I used to absolutely love Roller Coaster Tycoon. I couldn't come off the game. It was like my favourite game ever. That and do you remember a little game called Jurassic Park Operation Genesis? Also one of my favourite games. I'll have to try and get them and play them all on my channel. I could like dedicate my channel to all the old school like map editor games. I don't think there's any channel that does that, to be honest. No one ever really focuses on the editor side of things. A lot of people get bored of it really fast, but I think there's a huge group of people that just want these sort of games. Grass high, grass 1. Is that the one? No, we're doing that one. We want grass new, grass. Where's grass cinematic? Grass movie, that's the one. There we go, that's the grass we want. This really goes with the nice natural look, or the nice green sort of grass. Alright, just to top this can't speak. Top this plantation off, we need to go back to the fort and we need to steal some detail. So go to the fort, we're going to steal some barrels. We're also going to have to steal somewhere to put the horse as well, I think. But they'll go in the barn, I suppose. So you see these little lines here. I do be lazy sometimes, and I do grab one of these things, and I just cover them up. Quite lazy, to be honest, but it works. It looks really nice. So these mud bits, they always blend the edges in really nice for me. That and sand light as well, sand underscore light. I build B-52s and lots of them and spam airports right outside the city, so when I play against the family you get mad. Is that in Empire Earth? Yeah, that game's so cool. I need to play it again sometime. I started doing map editing in Warcraft 3 back in the day. One of the best games I ever played because of the custom maps. I remember playing one of the old Warcrafts and it had a map editor. But I made a map on it, I placed out all the units and I was really excited, but I couldn't figure out how to play the map. That was like, oh god, that must have been 10 years ago at least, 12 years ago maybe. It's like one of the old, during the old PCs, back in the day when it was good to have like an Intel Pentium 4 processor. Or like it's Intel Pentium 4 processor. And like you have like 2 gigabytes of RAM, even 1 gigabyte of RAM, and a 512 graphics card, 256 graphics card, something like that. Actually guys, I gotta leave, last day tomorrow. Oh, leaving school, man. Mythic Savage. Right, so more detail we need on here. In the back, what would be in the back? It's a farmhouse, so it's not going to be too rich. A plantation like this, they would be more well off than the average family. Would they have a statue maybe? I'm thinking of like the old stories they used to tell. In every American story, especially in the olden days, they always talk about I don't know, under the old oak tree or under the old willow tree or something like that. So let's add a tree. Not grass. Oh, I've got to go. We'll add a willow tree. Mind you, that sticks out like a sore thumb. Maybe not. Let's have a look through the Born in the Fire America trees. So we want environment, flora. We want to go to just normal tree, maybe. In fact, we need some of these whilst we're here anyway. We'll get one of you. One there. It required a lot of scripting, which was pretty frustrating. Not as plot. Yeah, I know what you mean. Gem editor is so handy to use. It's just so well, it's not easy. It's very basic to use. But once you get the hang of it, like as soon as you know everything about this gem editor, trust me, you can build absolutely anything. Anything in the whole wide world. Oh, they're quite nice trees. More like Texas trees, I think, though, aren't they? More desert. What are these trees? Oh. We'll blend that corner in there with that. Central thicket. Trees are always good to blend in the edges as well, especially the edges of a fence. So something like that. What do you guys think? Do you reckon I should leave this live stream up on YouTube so it could be rewatched, or I don't think many people are going to watch the whole thing, but they might like to skim through it and point out some points of interest. Have some more logs over here where trees have been cut down. Something this is missing. I know what this is missing. This is missing some crates. Can't believe I nearly finished this map. Did you know, if it wasn't for me live streaming with you guys, right, I wouldn't have finished this map tonight. I would have just got lazy and started watching South Park. I don't know if any of you guys do that, but I've just discovered that YouTube do live streams. People do live streams of South Park. I don't think it's 100% legal, but I've been watching them and it's pretty cool. I have another crate just sitting on top of that one. Texas trees are like oak trees. Oh, okay, so they're like aren't these these are sort of oak trees, aren't they? Very similar. Or is it like a new tree? New underscore tree, is it called? New trees. Are they more oak? In fact, yeah, they're more oaky, aren't they? Not as detailed though, not as nice as them trees. Would you say this looks like South Carolina? I've went for a kind of, don't get me wrong, I'm British, I've never went to America in my life. I've watched a few movies, that's about it. But I like to think this looks kind of like the Carolinas. If it's not South Carolina, maybe North Carolina. You never know. Virginia, maybe. This map's for Diplex's channel, but it will be released. I promise you that. It'll be released with all the others. Well, I'll probably do them separately on Workshop instead of doing a map pack. Do you think my stuff will be quite popular on Workshop? I've never uploaded to Workshop in my life. So the only corner left of this map is this corner here. But I'll probably do that in another live stream. So I'm just going to add some detail to finish adding the detail to this plantation, and then we're going to call it a day on this stream, I think. It's been a long one. It's been a good one though, I've enjoyed it. We'll have lamp. We need a lamp. Can't go anywhere without a lamp. Oh, where are we going? In fact, whilst I'm here I'm going to add a lamp there anyway. It's good that I did come this way. Right, okay, so back over to the plantation, which is over here. But it's good, you guys have just saw live what hundreds of thousands of people are going to see. Well, I say hundreds of thousands. Eventually, hundreds of thousands of people will see. But within the first month, it's going to be about 70,000, I think. That's my predicted views on this map. How it's tanked. Love the old farmhouses. This is supposed to be a World War II map or earlier. Oh, let me just showcase the map to you. This is going to be a map for Diplex. It's Born in the Fire America, so it's American Revolution. It's a map that I've been making for about 2 days now, something like that. Not like constantly, but like altogether I've just been adding bits for like 2 days. But it's a kind of it's a map like inspired by the movie Patriot. I don't know if you watched it, the Patriot with Mel Gibson. And you've got the highway from where they rebel against the colonial militia ambush the redcoats. So I've built the highway. Up this hill right here is the colonial militia. They have like a little encampment on top of the hill overlooking the highway. And then further up here you have just a bit of grassland and a bit of going to be a bit of marshland over here eventually. But that there is actually a scene from Patriot, the movie. It's the scene where they stops the convoy of British and they get ambushed from the fields and whatnot, and yeah. If you've watched the movie you get the gist. And then up here we have a fort that I made. I named it Fort Charles, which will be, because it's in the Carolinas, it would have been under the command of General Cornwallis of the British. And it's home to around 300 men, I believe. Yeah, but about 300 redcoats are stationed here. But also, there's also a lot more that are stationed here during wartime though. So if there's any big battles going on, there'll be a lot more men in this area. And then up here, if you follow the road round, you'll come to a plantation, which is just an old American style plantation. Add a pond somewhere. Good idea. A nice pond would be nice. A nice pond. Where would I add it though? Perhaps up here. Yeah, we'll add a nice little pond up here. Let's get rid of the corn. In fact, instead of it being a pond, we're going to make it a dike. Yeah, how does that sound? So we're going to just bring that down a notch. Level it out. In fact, more or less is a pond. It's a big dike. So just going to smooth it off by holding shift. I like it to be a bit faster than that though, so I'm going to go to fast. I'm just going to change the texture now to a grass, because we don't want the pond being made of corn, do we? God, this video is going to be so long. Still, never mind. It's more to help you lot. So I probably won't even monetize it. Oh, don't want that. Let's have a little look. So just have a little read through the comments. This is American Revolution, please. Slavery was too big yet. Oh, it was. Slavery was big during the American Revolution, I think. I think was it during that era, the late 1600s, early 1700s, that when there was shipping them over from Africa, I think, wasn't it? When will the Star Wars maps release? Star Wars maps will be released Oh, I don't know actually. Which ones? Because there's two different ways they'll be released. There's one. Some maps will be released with the next update with Galaxy at War, because I've sent them over to Juju, and the maps that have been featured on Diplex's channel will be they'll be sent when Diplex gives me permission, so they'll be put onto the workshop. So it's just a matter of when they say I can release them, I'll release them. So I can't give you a direct time. Add a well in the plantation for the slaves. Yeah, that's a good idea actually. We'll add a well. We'll do that after we've added the pond. Oh, you gotta go, Matthew. Thank you for tuning in, man. How the hell doesn't Mighty get more views? Diplex advertises Mighty's channel. Diplex, he advertises it. What I do is, right, I'll tell you how it is. I do get money for my maps, right, that on Diplex's channel. I'm not going to say directly how, because I don't want it like being put on my YouTube channel how much money I make and stuff. But instead of me getting paid for the maps, I can change it for a shout out. And if I change it for a shout out, he will shout me out and he'll put a link in and stuff like that. But that's only if I don't get paid for the map. But I prefer to get paid for the map. It's a lot better. So we're going to just type in JJJJJ. There we go. What else do we have? In other words, Mighty Mouth 123 is trying to save Battle of Lexington and Concord. Late. Oh, hello Julius, man. How you doing? You ain't missed too much. Just been making I've pretty much made this whole plantation right here from scratch. I've done a showcase of one of Diplex's upcoming videos. This video is going to be about 3 hours long, I think. So, wait a minute, Mighty. How the hell does that make sense? Is that it's your map to release, not his? If I'm being paid for the map, it kind of his. It's his, if you know what I mean. They belong to me as such. They belong to me, but because he's paying for the exclusiveness, if you know what I mean, for the map. That's all I can say. They're exclusive to him, and until he decides for me to, unless he gives me the green light to release them, that's when I can release them. So, because he's paid for them. Where am I going? No, there's the fort. Okay, so this direction. There we go. I've got these. I can do the outline. The outline of the pond. You was at a movie theatre? Oh yeah, did you watch anything nice? Oh, anything good should I say? This stream is your movie theatre. I'm glad that you guys like watching me map, because I can stream this sort of thing anytime, you see. And I'm a lot better off at mapping, if you know what I mean. I'm a lot better at doing the mapping than I am doing the battles, because battles are so random on this game. So they never play out the same. So scripting them is a pain in the bum. Did you all give me a follow on Facebook? Make sure you'll go and follow me on Facebook, by the way. It'll help me out a hell of a lot. Just follow my page. I'm going to be uploading to it maybe daily. It's like different pictures and stuff. I might even put map downloads on there. So you never know. So make sure you drop it a follow, so you can keep up to date. We need now to get some floor. So the floor is going to be bottom. I'm on the bottom of a bog because it's a pond. So like that. I hope this water's deep enough. If not, it should be fine. Right, so now we have this sort of pond shape. Now we just need to go and get some water. That's really shallow. I thought, yeah, I'd get away with it. Right, so now we need water. We'll make it really... I think make it like that. So our thing is that. That's 90. We'll do it 90. So here's a tip for you guys anyway. To do water in this game, nobody really knows this, but you go to that, you go to heights, you go to water altitude. You see how it's 18? That means that you see the reflection. The reflection is going to stop at 18. So I want to set that to... If I set that to 18, it'll go under the ground. So that's how it is. So I'm going to turn that to 90. I'm going to set the water altitude to 90. Like, and now that's going to double to 162, whatever, so it's a 90 again, back to where it was, and that water now works. That water is at the right height, and if I do that terrains, and I texture fill, it will set it as the right height, and the splashes will be all at the right height. That's a good tip, but now the water over here is going to be all messed up. So I'm just going to have to try and find where I got it. There it is. And just set that to... Was it 18, was it? What is that one? If I'll just delete all that. I don't need all that. Just going to re-put the water down. I can redo that another day. That's not important. Right, have you ever done a World War I trench map? I have done a World War I trench map. Have you been on Diplex's channel? If you go to his, it's called Tanks something or something or something. Can't remember. But that's one of my World War maps. Can't try saying that really fast. World War I maps. And that's just a trench versus trench map. I did it all properly. I did like the trenches like into the terrain rather than just placing the standard trenches. Looked pretty cool anyway. I can do it better. I can do it better. But that was just like a one-day thing. I made that in a day. So let's have a look at... Do I have Twitter? I do have Twitter. If you go into my About tab, in my... if you click About, you can see my different links at the bottom of the page. You got Twitter, Facebook, ModDB, Patreon and all stuff like that. Hey, have you ever messed around with Bethesda's creation kit? I haven't, no. Is it any good? How is it tanked? What's that, Mythic? How is it tanked? He has done a World War I trench map. Oh, okay, yeah, thank you, man. You let them know. Right. Yeah, don't leave the stream, watch that after this. Thanks, Mythic. Yeah, okay. All up to date with the comments now. What else shall I add? Right, I think a little house. They'd have a dog, won't they? So let's add a little dog kennel. So I want to go to construction, I want to go to village, I want to go down to rabbit house. I'll have a couple of rabbit houses. Add that at the bottom of the garden. And somebody earlier said a well, didn't they? There's a doghouse as well. A doghouse just there. And one thing we're missing here is walked on ground, so we need cracked floor. So it'd be walked on a lot. I'll blend the edges of that in after. Oh, actually I might not need to. See, that's really starting to take shape now. It's quite nice. The creation kit is extremely powerful, but damn, it got some disgusting UI at times. I'll have to check it out. What's Bethesda? Is that Fallout 4 and stuff like that? DiplexHeated just Snapchatted you. What did he say? Right, so we have a hill which overlooks the plantation. We have corn, because that's its main, that's what it grows mainly. We have a barn. Aha! I know what we need now. Somewhere for the horses. That's what we need. So perhaps barn annex, is it? Maybe? That's still pretty cool though. Add one of them. I wonder if YouTube will split this stream off into 2 different videos. Not really sure how it works. I don't know if there's anything more I can add. All I know is I need to texture fill, don't I? So let's do that quick. And we'll just let that load whilst I read the comments. Yeah, Fallout Elder Scrolls. Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. I'd really like to do something like that. I'm just so used to the Gem 2 editor though. There we go. Always do a texture fill and it automatically sets the environment to the textures. So that means that water is now water rather than just land. Excuse me. Sorry for asking so many questions, but how do you create your own assets for a map? Ah, do you mean like put them into the map? It's quite a advanced process, to be honest. It took me about a year to learn it. And it's all done through 3ds Max. You build 3ds Max is it's in sort of engine, is it? Software? Yeah, software. It's software where you can create 3D models. And once you've created the 3D model, you need to download something called the Gem 2 plugin, which the Gem 2 plugin then makes it so you can export it in the .mdl format. So then what you do is you load up. So I load up something called create_large, which is a preset thing which is already set up to how the buildings are exported, and it has all the properties ready to do. So all you got to do is change the name and add the volumes and stuff. It's quite a very advanced process. It's really hard to explain. I'll have to do a video on it sometime. But yeah, once you've pretty much done the building, done all the properties on it, you just export it, and it automatically exports it in all the format that you need to just transfer it into the folder into Men of War. And it's cotton, not corn. Corn is north. Ah, so change it to cotton, you think? I can actually change it to cotton. I don't have to keep that as... would this be North Carolina or South Carolina? We'll leave it as corn for now. If not, oh no, what we'll do is we'll turn one of the fields into a cotton field. So people can just make their mind up and go, right, is it North Carolina or South Carolina? So where's cotton? I swear that, there we go, cotton. So what do you think? We'll change some of the field into cotton. I was going to say then, does cotton come from sheep? But no, that's wool. That's lucky I didn't say it, isn't it, really? So alright, we'll have some cotton then in this field. Kind of looks like a snowy sort of corn. So we'll have a cornfield on that side and we'll have a cotton field on this side, just to even it out. Hey Mike, if you ever need help editing a video, I could help you. Editing. I'm getting better and better at it all the time, man. But I'll keep you in mind, I guess. I'm still trying to get used to Sony Vegas at the minute. It's quite a complex sort of software, isn't it? So my mic is terrible when it comes to like adding like audio and stuff. I don't know if anybody noticed, but I tried to do like a cinematic where I talk over it, and it just wasn't picking up the sound right on my last video, on the Saga series episode 2 that I did. Corn getting your teeth. If you want a website, I've got a website. It's a Wix site actually, but I've done a pretty good job with it. You have to check it out. It's I'm pretty sure it's on my About tab as well, that my website is. North Carolina isn't. Why is it called North Carolina then? It was one big. Oh, okay, I get you. The farm we used to live in North Carolina grew huge fields of corn. Yeah, I think there'll be some corn in some places. I mean, they've got to make bread and stuff, haven't they? It is bread, right? That's wheat. Wow. Sometimes I'll just think of myself and go, wow, Sam, you're stupid. Or does corn make bread as well? Cornbread. Of course it makes bread. See, I'm not stupid. Let's do it. Right, so we've got a cotton field and we've got a corn field. We've got a plantation, we've got a road, and it's also leading out of the map, which is pretty cool. We've got some cut down trees, which means we need some cut down logs. So we're going to take some of these cut down logs from over here, from the fort. And also that there's too flat, we need to bump that up a bit. I'm going to add some logs right there and right there. Also provide good cover, they do. So now let's just bump this up a bit. And I think it'd be about time to end the stream then, I think, after this 3-hour journey. I hope you've all enjoyed it though. You got to see how I make my maps a little bit. What am I doing? There we go. But before everyone goes, make sure you follow me on Facebook, if you have it. Also follow me on Twitter. And do subscribe if you haven't already as well. Because otherwise you're going to miss a lot of my streams and you're going to miss a lot of my videos. What do you guys think? Does that look nice? Become a mighty fapper. Wow. Yeah, I wrote that a while ago. That was before I started working with Diplex and stuff, so that's before my fame got knocked up a tiny little bit, so cheers man, no super for you tonight. When will I post again? I don't know. That's why I've been doing so many live streams, because how busy I've been. As you said, this is a map for Diplex, this, so and it's not even done yet. I've still got one corner left to do, which I'll do tomorrow. I don't know if you guys want me to live stream myself doing it. I don't know what to add, maybe a church or something. But yeah, become a mighty fapper. Then my parents torture me. Can we add you on Steam? You can have me on Steam if you like. That's the same name. You have to go really quick. I'll be right back. Oh god, I might be. My stream might be over by then, because I'm going to end it in a minute. So, is there any questions before I go anyway? Anything anyone else wants to know? So it's looking pretty cool. Did you add me? I'll accept you in a minute. As soon as I've ended the stream, I'll accept anyone who's added me on Steam. Well, I'm getting tired now. You want me to stream tomorrow as well? You have no electricity. Why do you have no electricity? Then I'll take your job and rename myself. I don't think that there's not enough mappers out there, man. I think we should encourage more people to map. There's a lot of mission makers. We just need more mappers. Oh, that's a cornfield with cotton on it. I don't know. That looks fine. So yeah, I think I'm going to end the stream there, guys. So like I say, please give me a follow on Facebook. It'll mean a lot to me. Help me out a lot as well. I think I'm going to promote the page on Facebook soon as well. And also, I will be I'll be leaving this as a video on my YouTube channel as well. So please drop a comment on it as well. I'm more than happy to take any feedback or constructive criticism or anything like that. And yeah, so I'll see you all tomorrow. I'll probably stream about the same time. Bye bye. If I can bloody get the thing up. There we go, gone. No. There we go. Oh look, there's... Oh, before I go quick. You see that on my desktop? That's the next Halo map that I made for Call to Arms. You'll be seeing that next week on DiplexHeated channel. Good night everyone. Good God, why can't I press thingy? G-foot. There we go. Okay. Click on that and then stop.